Hey everybody, it's me, Lynn Renee McDonald, coming to you live from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Practical Spirituality Live. Okay, and I know I have not been on YouTube in about, I guess want to say about 10 days, maybe even a little longer than that. However, it's funny. It's funny, but it's also frustrating. And there's some reason for this, okay? I dropped my phone and the whole screen smashed and all this black gook came out into my phone, right? And I was like, fuck, I know we've all been there, right? So of course now I'm freaking out because I'm losing all my contacts, my schedule, all this shit, right? So I go to the store, take my old phone, put my what do you call that little card in the one phone, and I put it into this older phone that I had. Guy tells me I can use this phone until I get the new phone. However, I haven't been on the internet as well or done any YouTubes because I've been challenged with this whole experience, you know, and at first I'm like, fuck, you know, I'm freaking out, I'm pissed off, and I'm like, this just can't be happening, right? Especially with this COVID-19 shit and all the crazy going on in the world, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, and then it dawns on me there's a whole bunch of things going on here, right? Because it gets better. So I get my phone fixed, it takes about it took about a week, right? I get my phone fixed. Then what happens? It happens again. The screen breaks, all right? But the screen doesn't break. It's weird. It like gets a little crack, right? I barely even drop it. It like cracks and you can't even see the crack, but all this purple gook comes out again. So this is twice now in like a 24-hour period, right? You know, or a 24-hour period that I got the phone back. And it's not right? It smashes, right? So the guy says, we got to send it back. So in the meantime, this has been really, really frustrating for me. It's been like a major battle. It's like, what the fuck, you know? So I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm freaking out. You know, in our human spaces, it's easy to do. But then, you know, I'm like, okay, God, what's the God's honest truth? What is going on here? Why is this happening? What is going on? Okay. And then, of course, as usual, I'm always looking to astrology to help to guide me. What's happening in the stars right now at this time and how it relates to me and everybody and all that's going on, right? Because, again, if you don't already know or listen to my videos or watch my videos, astrology is, one of the most amazing God formulas or formulas of the energy of God to tell you the truth about everything that is yourself, what's happening in the world. It's really fucking incredible, you know? So it's a great formula. So I look up to the stars, universe is like, well, and then instantly they tell me that Pluto is in retrograde from April I think 25th or 26th to October, I think it's 4th of this year. So Pluto is in retrograde, okay? And then last night was this big pink Scorpio moon, and I'll tell you what, right? So we're in the precursor to this the last 2 weeks before, like when my phone broke, right? I don't know how much phone time I have or how many minutes I have to be able to record, but I'm going to record as long as this thing lets me, you know? Again, because I'm technologically challenged here. Clearly, don't change that, God, for me, please. In the best way for me and all or something better. So, and give me the best way to be in place of this. Thank you for these gifts of clearing, healing, change, and clear my blocks on this in my soul and in all I am, be, say, do, and create, and all that it is, and the best way for me and all or something better. Thank you, God, for that. For me, okay? So I'm going to ask God for the best way to do my business, the best way for things to go down, the best way to get my schedule back, the best way to return all my contacts to me, the best way to be free of this, do whatever needs to be done for me to be cool with this and not be stressed out about it and not be freaking out about it. And so clear, heal, and change all this. And thank you for these that would stop these gifts from happening and all of this that does stop these gifts from happening, as well as what has created this for me. All right. And to that which is the best and purest place of love in this reality, any reality, and all that is in love, energy, magic, tools, right? So That said, thank you, God, for that for us. I realize as I'm asking God, because I'm like, what the fuck? Why would this happen now with COVID-19 and in all that crap going on with that, and then my scheduling and trying to get to the people, and then this Pluto in retrograde. So for all of you, it behooves you all to look these actual astrological changes or happenings in the sky and in our world, to look them up. Okay. One of the astrologers that I like is pretty much on her shit. And what that is great for everyday stuff going on, aside from, what you learn from me, where else your soul guides you to what is best for you, is Alex Miles, AlexMyles. I'm not like a personal friend of hers or anything like that. I get guided from source to share information with people to help them from wherever it comes from, not just myself, okay, and whoever it comes from. That's why, the shopping center isn't all about me, ta-da, right? It's about a lot of other people as well. That's why we have people who do massage, Reiki, cranial sacral, yoga, chiropractic, not just all of the metaphysical gifts and tools that I bring to the table, okay? Because each one of our souls is called to many, many different things, especially during this time. So Alex Miles comes in as a great guide and assistance for you to get another different understanding along from what I teach and from wherever else your soul leads you to, especially during these times. It is super imperative that you trust your soul, follow your heart, listen to it. If you feel that you should work with somebody over here for chakra clearing, or somebody over there for some kind of learning about essential oils or wisdom or whatever it is, you feel in your heart, ask universe to show you where to go, and then you go. You listen and you go from love. Clear your blocks to it, listen and go from love. Because your soul is genius. It's a wisdom genius. Everybody's soul is a fucking genius, whether anyone else believes it or not. It's all part of the grand design of God that is love. And these times, it is super important to be in touch with your highest heart self, your heart space, and be guided both subconsciously and consciously from your inner knowing. Okay, super important in these times. So when you're doing something and you don't know why you're doing it, but you're doing it, trust your soul. Okay, now of course, if it's toxic and super unwell, then you have to say, okay, God, why would I really do this? Like if your soul's telling you to murder somebody or something fucking crazy like that, then you have to say, okay, God, I got to clear this shit out of me, and I really have to address this to get to the God's honest truth about why I'm feeling like this. But all good things meaning guidance in your soul that you just know is right from love, and you feel it. When you're not sure, you ask love. Ask to hear the answer. Ask to see the answer. Ask to know the answer. Ask that you know for sure what the God's honest truth is, right? And that's what I'm talking about. So a big chunk of why we're doing this crazy video here today is to update you on what's been going on with me, tell you so that you all know we're all going through great transformation, which is part of why my fucking cell phone broke twice, okay? So, and I still have my old one here that we're recording with and doing this stuff with now. And as long as it keeps going, I'm going to keep doing this YouTube here today because I haven't done one in like a million years. And we're trying to figure out how to get back in business here. And so I'm working on it. I'm asking Spirit for everything I need technologically, everything I need to still continue my YouTubes and move forward from love to the next level, whatever level from love energy I'm supposed to be going to with love, with the world and within myself, right? So I'm going to ask love for everything I need. And thank you, God, for that for me. Thank you for clearing my blocks for me, for that stop that in me, that stop that from happening, all right? And all blocks, all right? From the purest form of love in this reality, any reality and all that is. Thank you, God, for these gifts of my soul and in all I am, be, say, do, and create. Okay, so that said, that's super important because I'm telling you what's going on for me in these times, and it will mirror what is going on for you. It's kind of like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, not meaning that I'm the tree and you're the apple. No, it means that love energy is the source of all that is, and we're all the apples, you know, and we assist and help each other. You know, we're all part of the tree. The tree keeps it all going. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. say. And and to let you know what's going on. So having my phone smash and break was huge, like anxiety and stress and shit for me, because I'm like, fuck, this is going to fuck me up. And how do I do this? What do I do? And then instantly I had to clear all my shit out because I like to know the plan. And this is about times where we don't really know the plan for sure, because there's so much unwell in the world that the for sure is so malleable with universe. And this is really the truth of what's going on. And depending on how much more toxic the people are and all these avenues. So out there in the creative consciousness, collective consciousness, right? In the creation energy field of all that is God, and right here in America, in this space, and then in the giant space of all that is God and this world, all right, earth world. All right. There's a collective consciousness. And in that is where everything is basically morphing into reality, both in positive ways and healthy love energy ways, as well as less than love energy spaces and unwell spaces. Okay. So it's very malleable right now. So lots of stuff is coming. There's going to be a lot of good in the world, and then there's going to be a lot of toxic, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to need to morph and change and adjust to within ourselves. So this cell phone breaking for me is a huge adjustment of what is happening for me and how I like to know the plan all the time. And there are some times in this life when we're not going to know the plan right away exactly in the way that we want to, in all the ways that we want to know and need to know, right? At whatever time we want or think it should be. And this is about adjusting to these new times, because so many things in the collective is so malleable, right? And so it's not like for sure, right? It's not for sure, because that's the nature of God. It's forever morphing and changing. All right. So we know that stuff is coming. The degree of how big it's coming and how well or unwell it is depends on every single one of us from love. Okay. Because this is about the grand plan, right? But aside from that and separate from the grand plan, it doesn't mean I have to get lost in the tornado of the miserable that the collective has created. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means I have all the power in my reality to come from love, work on my soul, and choose not to get caught up in things like all the conspiracy theories, all the hate and the unwell that the fucking haters are putting on Facebook. They're like, they comment on people's shit and they don't listen. They tell people to fuck off. They're like, fuck you and fuck this and fuck everything. And the truth is, they're just fucking themselves, really, because that energy comes back to them because they're toxic, right? But that's what makes the shit in the collective really start to hit home, right? So, we're talking about our challenges on a soul level, challenges meaning spiritual growth, okay? As well as our unwellnesses that create really shitty pain and suffering for everybody who is in unwell spaces. But in the moment, you can change everything just by working with love. And this is why what I teach is so important. I am made for these times. You are made for these times too, because you came in here to change this fucking hot fucking mess of a world. Of course, nature and the earth, if you look at them, they don't give a shit about government and employment and coronavirus and what is happening in the societal levels, right? In earth world, right? They're not even paying attention to that, because God goes on. Nature is the grand design of love that keeps on going. It's people's freakiness and unwellnesses that create unwell in the world. And if you look at nature, they're like oblivious to this, right? Because they're all part of the grand design and they're in alignment with love, where the people are not. The people are toxic. The people are unwell and they don't know what to do. And there's no systems out there. Hello, fucking people. This is the system. The system is love. Work with God. Work with love. Talk to love. Talk to God. Clear your shit. Learn how to do it. You don't know how to do it. Watch my videos, right? I mean, it couldn't be more obvious. So we got to get this shit out, because the way we change what's the unwell that's coming, or is the possibility of coming in the collective, is by working on ourselves, creating our own best lives. It means that we don't go down in the storm. We're fine no matter what. During this whole thing, my shopping center is still going. We're still helping the people. God, universe, love energy is taking care of me, my family, everything from love, because I'm working with it. I'm in alignment with it. It doesn't matter what level you're at, as long as you are authentically in your heart space and or trying to work with love, you're going to have a much better, easier time. And that energy that you are is going to go to change the collectiveness and the unwellness that is happening here. The answer is fucking love, people. Don't get caught up in the conspiracy theories and fighting over who's fucking wearing a mask and who's not, right? And you know, I mean, look at it. I mean, think about it. The crazy shit people are doing. The country is really divided. The world is pretty divided, you know, where people are saying, you should be wearing a mask. And if you're not wearing a mask, then you're killing my grandmother. I mean, this is just crazy, right? But on the other side of that coin, there's people who are beating up people who aren't wearing masks, right? And how is killing somebody over here, out of alignment with what when they're saying, oh, wear a mask, and then you're not killing, and so you're not killing somebody over here, but it's okay for me to kill this guy because he's not wearing a mask. Do you see what I'm saying? There's so many contradictions and unwellnesses in this world, and you see some of the shit on the propaganda on the TV. Remember, if it doesn't feel fucking right, people, it's not right. But you don't fucking feed into it and get all wild with it. You observe. You say in your heart, hey, how do I feel about this? God, what's the God's honest truth? Is this the truth? Is this theory the truth? Is there theories, conspiracy theories in here where there is truth? What do I need to do right now in Earth world to help and assist me? Where do I need to go from here? What truths do I need to know? Where am I getting caught up on this? What do I need to clear out for me? What is it that I should be doing? What is best for me? And what is best for the world? Because when you fuel what's best for the world, and then when I say what's best for the world, ask love, what's the best plan? So you can be in alignment with it and know what is happening. Then you can make a plan for you. And as long as you're in alignment with love, you raise the consciousness and then you change what's happening here. The more we work on ourselves and go to love and go to our heart spaces or be in our heart spaces and work with love or God or universe, right? And authentically know how to do that, but just start practicing it. When I say practicing, start doing it. Start being in that space. If you can't be, ask love that you are. Ask love to believe in love. Ask love for the solutions. Ask love to be free of the unwell. Ask love that you have a job. Ask love that you have the food you need, the toilet paper, the meat, whatever the fuck is going on that they're telling you you can't have. Ask love. Thanks, love, for this for me. Thanks, love, for that for me. Thanks, God, for this for me. Thanks, universe, for that for me. It doesn't matter what identity you give it, but you're working with love. Know that. So these are ways for you, and it's really the only way that is going to be best for you is to start working with love and be in your heart space and ask for what you need. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it, right? Meaning you don't have to be to the extreme like I am. I'm extreme love energy being. I took all that I am and channel into this because my soul came in here to do this, right? We're all at different levels in different spaces with different missions. That doesn't make any one of us any more important than the other. We're all part of that big tree of life, right? Tree of life. We're all part of the apples. We are, all part of the whole tree that make it run together from love. And when the apples fall off the tree and they're separate, then we have some, yes, we eat them in Earth World and they're delicious many times, right? But what I'm talking about is we're separate then. When we become separate and we start fighting with each other about masks and theories and who's right and who's wrong and that is not the solution, people. That's lower vibrational ego, me kind of stuff. Yes, you can post how you feel, but then be prepared, like I did on my Facebook. Be prepared for people to fucking hate you and say fuck you because that's their unwellness is. In a world where everybody comes from love in the purest form, they don't do shit like that. They ask love how to respond. They ask love to speak through them. Do you see? So, you can put up what you want, but be prepared where you want to put your energy. Do you want to go there with these people? Is that worth it? Because you're just going to get caught up in the lower vibrational. If you keep feeding it, you can do things like what I always am guided by universe. So if I put up a post that says, you know what, this is bullshit, what is happening in the world. And then people eat into that and, or feed into that and attack me and all this shit. I choose if I want to respond to them from love, right? So I choose who I respond to and how how I respond to them, and if I want to put my energy there. And that's crucial in these times because people are fucking nuts. They're losing it. All right. They're very fearful. They're afraid. They're unwell. They're not on solid ground anymore because all the beliefs of government and healthcare and school systems and society are all falling apart. Right. So the very ground that they were standing on isn't solid anymore. Here is your fucking solid ground. It's your heart space, your love energy connection of your soul to God. So start doing this. By doing this, you change your whole life out here. What I teach is the God's honest fucking truth at the highest level. The more you work with love, that's what Christ did. The better the life you're going to have. And I gave you all these ways to do this. Even me with the fucking cell phone breakdown. I can choose to get all pissed off about it and have my moment in my people space. Absolutely. I'm human. We're all human. That's part of being in earth world, right? So we're all human. I ask source to change this, clear this out of me, give me the best way to handle this, clear this out. And I ask why? Why did this happen? So I can learn from me all the metaphysical and physical earth world reasons why something happens. What's the God's honest truth about all this, God? Thanks for answering that for me and bring those answers to me. And then I can make choices and change my reality from love, whatever I want to happen. The best systems, the best solutions. And when I don't know what to ask for, I ask love that to do what is best for me from the purest form of love. With all of this, clear out the old, replace the new with the purest form of love. So these are all fantastic solutions. That is really the best way for these times. And don't get caught up in the bullshit of the unwellness of the people. That's causing great divide. And then we don't pay attention to the God's honest big truths. All right. Because we're so busy caught up in ego and unwellness and soul garbage, right? That we're not seeing what's really happening behind the scenes, what's really happening with the banks, with government, with debt, with school systems, with retail, with big business, with healthcare, with pharmaceutical. As these things start to change, right? We need to be aware of what the God's honest truth is and what's going on. That's why I say ask source so you can best prepare, and ask source how to best prepare. Source meaning love, right? And you don't have to post it all over the world. You have an inner knowing and a connection to God or love, and that's all you need. I don't have to share my shit with the world. I do because what I do works like nothing fucking else on the planet. And if you practice what I teach, that's how you're going to have your best outcome for you out of this, and you're going to stand on top of the ashes, not be buried by them. Okay. So if you need to contact me, just ask love for everything you need in these times. You will get through this. Pick and choose where you're going to put your energy, right? You work on you and your dreams, and then it will fall in place like the giant puzzle pieces of all that is God, because we all raise the vibration together first by self-love and working on ourselves. When we work on ourselves, we raise our own vibration, and then our family's vibration, the vibration of the people around us, just by them being near us. And when we all do this and work together at whatever levels we are at, doesn't matter. What matters is we come together from love, and then all the things that could fall apart and be super detrimental will then change from and to the best place of love. And those are where all the solutions will come out of, just by us doing this within us on our own personal level. And as well as put it out there for the best solutions for the collective. The best new healthcare systems, the best new schools, the best new government, the best new everything, if this is what is best from love. And if this isn't what's best, ask love for all the best solutions, whatever they are, and to be happy with everything no matter what. Not to stress out because the world isn't the way it used to be. It's not going to be that way. Because if you know anything about Earth world, things are forever changing. And we all signed on as the grand design of the great plan to change not only and heal not only ourselves, but the societal planet here, and be more in alignment with love energy that is God, that is nature, because they're not freaking out. There's a reason they're not freaking out, because this isn't a God nature thing. It's an unwell people thing, right? And when I say God nature thing, it isn't. It's a God thing, absolutely, but it's a God meaning unwell people thing within all that is God, right? That is nature and everything. Okay, that is love, all right? And everything is love energy. Okay, so this said, anybody has any questions? If you have anything, we're gonna continue to keep doing YouTubes and get them up as soon as possible. And this is why I wanted to tell you this. So with my cell phone smashing, it's about me letting leveling up, clearing all the old ways. That's why my phone didn't work. That's why I lost my contacts. That's why I lost my scheduling. That's why I lost all my shit in my phone, right? I'm like, okay, God, what the hell is this about? This is about me being the new me changing who I am, me being okay with change, me coming up with new solutions with spirit, with source, with love, me stepping out of the old mundane, unwell ways that I have in me and leveling up with love, all right, to change not only myself, but help and assist to change the world. So this will be happening, not exactly the same scenarios, but things like this for all of us as we grow and change, right? But these are all tools for you to help you not get involved with crazy chaos. Pick and choose where you want to put your energy, bring everything to love, but be aware of what's really going on. It doesn't mean you fuel the conspiracy theories, but you know in your heart where the truth lies by how it feels. Doesn't mean you have to get all revved up in it and participate in the rhetoric or participate in the unwellness or participate even if you know that it's the truth. Ask love what to do. Ask love, should you get involved? Ask love what you should do that is best for you to help not only you, but all that is from love in the purest form. And then you will have all the answers and you won't get wrapped up in this hate and unwell and toxic. And you'll help to change the world, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, because this is how it really, God's honest truth of how it authentically works. The more in a love energy space we all are for ourselves, all right, we raise the consciousness together. And then all these unwellnesses that we can see in the creation energy field that is all of God that we see around there. Like some of us might be getting really toxic dreams and things like that about what's to come. Well, those are just possibilities, okay? And you have the power to work on you, and those toxic dreams are not what's going to affect you in any way, shape, or form that is unwell. It doesn't mean that you don't live in the same world with them, but you have the power to change your own life and create your own life and not get involved in that. And while you do that and work on you and work with love, you have the power to work with love. You do this for you, then you simultaneously changes everything that's unwell. All right, you simultaneously change everything that's unwell or could be heading toward us, like meteorites, right, that are unwell from societal standpoints and societal stuff, you know, just like being homeless, having no job, you know, all of those things. So remember, you have all the power here. It's just a reminder video for these times on how to handle the things that are here now, what is coming, how to do and live your best life, and how to stay on top of the mountain of the ashes that are crumbling right now, and know that you too will be fine no matter what from love, okay? Because love energy, even though it may not be in the way that you think, right, it will always do what is best for you. And ask love for everything that you need so that it has the best outcome from love in the highest form, the purest form, in this reality, any reality, and all that is. And thank you, God, for that for us. Okay, so I'll see you in a few days with some more spiritual stuff and guidance from love energy that is God. And any questions, by all means, hit up my Facebooks, my YouTube's Institute for Christ Consciousness, the Copper Dragon, Lynn Renee McDonald personal page on Facebook, Lynn Renee McDonald on professional page on Lightworker on Facebook, as well as on Instagram. I have most of these pages too, and you can find me right here on this YouTube and share my stuff, because the more we can do this, the more we raise the vibration, the more we hear and we change the world. Okay. And thanks. All right. Love you guys. Many blessings. Have a great day and have a great life, because we're going to create it. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.